And what is going on, good people? We're back here working on a weekend like usual. And always, we're working on a weekday as well. It is ISG, folks, the intersection of sports and gaming. We're the only show that talks traditional sports and gaming as well. ISG football, we talk the latest in the world of the National Football League, and also we'll have a couple of Madden players playing for cash and prizes. ISG football, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. Here on the platforms of NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. It is ISG football, the intersection of sports and gaming. All right, folks, we'll come inside here. Larry Ridley here at CBS Sports. ISG football, of always, of course, during the early portion and early part of the week. ISG basketball later in the week, folks. It's good to be here. Once again, air on the platforms of NESN Nation, also Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. And you can see behind me, we got our guy. That is Pat Mahomes here. We're here at CBS Broadcast Center. That is right, folks. Here in New York City. Upper West Side, as the kids like to call it, man. 57th Street, in between 10th and 11th Avenue, man. Look at the beautiful pictures there of all my colleagues there at CBS, CBS Evening News, CBS Sports, CBS Sports HQ, CBSSports.com. Everybody here at CBS, home of Super Bowl a couple of years ago back in Las Vegas, will be carrying the Super Bowl 61, not next year, but the one after, right here on CBS. Good to be here inside of the CBS Broadcast Center, coming to you, ISG football, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the colleagues here, the co-hosts for the show and the morning and the evening or the afternoon, whenever you're watching us here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, in the Black Network. There is Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback, also played for the Broncos and Cardinals and the UFL's San Antonio Brahmas. Green 80. Green 80. Kill, kill, kill. Easy, easy. 52's the mic. 52's the mic. Easy, easy. Tuesday. Set. How do we do, Jarrett?
Okay, clap.
The clap was awesome. I think you know what's going to be funny is going to be watching the news tonight. I'm going to turn on CBS tonight, and I'm just going to hear a cadence in the background. I'm going to be hearing about what's going on in New York City right now, like whatever is going on, whatever bad stuff is happening, and then right in the back, like, they're going to be talking about subways. I'm going to hear cadence. Like, why do I hear Blue 80 right now? Oh, I'm good, brother. No, that's so funny.
Yeah, man, we missed you last week, man. How you doing, man? It's good to have you back here on the East Coast, the best coast, man. I know you went on the left coast. How's everything going? Are you good?
Yeah, it was all good. I took a little West Coast trip. Happy to be home. Weather, though, is killing me here. 95 and above every day. Whew.
No, we are not built for this.
No smoke.
Our meteorologist, Lonnie Quinn, does CBS New York and also CBS National News. We like to call it a heat wave, 3 consecutive days of at least 90 degrees. And second heat wave of the summer for us, man. I remember living in Boston, man. We maybe had a heat wave once every couple of years. So definitely the things are changing here in the Northeast. And how about Andrea Richmond? Peace up, A-Down. She is in the A-Town sports reporter. What's going on down there in a hot Atlanta? I know it's hotter than lava down there, right?
It's the same thing. It's 7 p.m. Friday, and it's 95 degrees, and I ain't going outside because I'm moving. But right now, moving all those boxes outside, I might as well be like JG out there, like, you know, running up and down, trying to make sure I'm getting in shape, because all that lifting, ooh-wee, man, it's like training camp.
Girl, you sound like me. You've been moving for about 2 months now, man. When you got
you know those things. One thing about moving, it took me an hour to find soap the other day, so you're always professionally finding things. So
no, that's true, man. It is an undertaking, that's for sure. Moving. So good luck to you, and you guys ready to get this thing started? We do it here from CBS Broadcast Center here in New York City. You guys ready? All right, let's take a look real quickly at the rundown here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. ISG football, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. Deion Sanders beats bladder cancer. So happy for Coach Prime out there at the University of Colorado in Boulder. We'll get into that. The Raiders releasing Christian Wilkins. Strange and weird behavior there by the player and the team. We'll talk about this very interesting situation out there in Vegas. And Michael Penix Jr., Atlanta, he says we'll have the best offense in the NFL. We'll talk about that. And the numbers suggest, it's a small sample, they're pretty good with Michael Penix under center. We'll talk about that. And plus, over 100 NFL players and also some club employees fined for fines over Super Bowl tickets and selling them for over face value. We'll get into that. And also, can't forget being here in New York City, of course, with that shooting earlier this week with the gunman targeting the NFL headquarters. We'll definitely talk about that as well. And Madden 99. The Madden 99 club revealed earlier this week as well. 7 players, none of them from Madden 25 last year. So 7 new faces, the 99 club being released earlier this week. All right, let's talk about the rules here of the Madden game. You'll see a couple of players playing for cash and prizes right here on ISG football. All Madden is the mode, competitive game style, head-to-head current rosters. We like to call those regs. All 32 NFL teams are available, 5-minute quarters, and we have the king of the heel format. How about the prizes here? It's all about the money, folks. $50 guaranteed. The winner gets $40. The runner-up runs about this piece with $10 cash. And if you win in 4 straight weeks, you do get a zip chair, an NFL licensed zip chair. And folks, go to zipchair.com. They literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. Also do office furniture, gaming desks, sofas, stools, you name it. They got all the NFL teams, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, MLS, and also NCAA-inspired chairs. And also, if you have any custom pieces, they can definitely get that done for you as well. Check them out online, zipchair.com. Look at it on Strong Island. Shout out to our marketing lady out there, Tina Altadonna. I've been rocking with us for like 5 or 6 years now. Zipchair.com is the website there. And how about the matchup here? It's all about this matchup between these two young men. Bronco, the challenger, playing with the Ravens, and FearTheHuskers playing with the Eagles. Keep in mind the teams that they use are the teams that we talk about on ISG football here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and in the Black Network. Take a look at the profiles of these two young men. We'll start with the challenger. He is Bronco, a.k.a. government named Randy Chatterton. He's from El Paso, Texas. 40 years of age. He's a private tennis coach. Some of his highlights: Madden 19 MCS Browns Club Series semifinalist. Been playing very well here on ISG football for about the last 6 months. And how about the king of the heel, our champion right now? His name is FearTheHuskers, Robert Neely, Omaha. 27 years of age. He's a civil engineer, wicked smart. They are building currently the tallest structure in Omaha, some 43 stories out there in Omaha. And he's a 5-time ISG Madden champion, our current king of the heel. How about the standings here as we take a look at the Molly Pop standings here? MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. About 20 different variety of grapes there, folks. And Molly Pop taking a word about Sweet Storm. Folks, if you see that pink bag in your local grocery stores, you got to understand you're getting high quality produce. Check them out online. MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Not only do they have the grapes, they got the pressed juices now available. Check them out online. MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Andrea Richmond, man, she is lapping the field. Wow. Is that right? She's got a 3.5 game lead over me? Holy cow, I got some work to do. Jarrett Guarantano, there we have the same amount of losses. I got a few more wins. He's at 9-6. All right, let's get everybody in here and get a prediction here before we get started here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and in the Black Network. All right, Andrew, who are you going with? You got a battle of birds here. Are you going with Ballmer and the Ravens, or are you going with Eagles?
Eagles. Potential Super Bowl matchup? Question mark. We'll see a little bit later. Obviously, we're still in the preseason.
That'd be a good Super Bowl, actually.
It would be a great Super Bowl. And guess what? This is going to be a great game. You have somebody like Broncos where, man, he has a running team, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, and he loves to hold that rock. But Huskers right now, he has a way better team than he had last week with the Eagles. I'm leaning Huskers. Shout out to, I think he recently had a birthday and also the new profile pic. So shout out to Huskers. But man, this could go either way. Broncos is going to make it hard on him. But I got to go with the AGLES Eagles.
Jarrett Guarantano, man, you're going to quote the Ravens, or you're going with the dudes from Broad Street, those bullies in Philly?
I'm going to go with the person that has rolled red 5 straight times. So I'm going to stick with Huskers and that very good run game that he has. Obviously, Bronco's really good defensively, and he's very good running the ball, chewing clock. But I just think Huskers just been way too good the past couple of weeks. So I'm rolling with Huskers on this one.
I'm with you. I usually zag when you guys zig, but we're all going to zig this week. I'm going to take Huskers as well. But Bronco, he's got the Ravens. He's got Lamar. This is his opportunity to run the ball and run his way to a championship. Maybe he fools us and tricks us and maybe goes through the air. So we'll see how this one all falls and sort of, how it goes here on ISG Football, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Bronco playing with the Ravens. Let's lock it up. And how about Huskers playing with the EAGLES Eagles? Let's do it here on ISG Football, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV in the Black Network, as we come to you from the CBS Broadcast Center here in New York City. Guys, good luck. May the best man to win. Let's go ahead and play this thing out. Let's go. And the first quarter brought to you by our good friends at Golf Zone Social. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale Sports Bar, an indoor golf lounge, and 16 total bays, 15 bays, and 1 huge VIP suite. Got those simulators and suites there. It is where golf literally meets social, folks. The best indoor golf experience that you'll have. Indoor golf games, meaning unparalleled social engagement there. You can play some 240 courses. It's a true experience there. It is a bar, a sports bar, a lounge, and a restaurant all in one. Golf Zone Social, 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing started here as we see. We got Jarrett Guarantano, the former University of Tennessee Volunteer starting quarterback, right next to me. We got Andrea Richmond, top of the right-hand corner of the screen. She's an Atlanta sports reporter down there. Oh, we see Huskers playing with the Eagles inside the red zone with Goddard there. And we got Bronco playing with the Baltimore Ravens on defense. He is the challenger. Early first quarter, about 4.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Let's go ahead and get this thing started with the NFL talk. Deion Sanders, guys. Good to see Coach Prime. Had a big press conference on Monday. He is cancer-free. Deion Sanders, he beats bladder cancer, had this cancerous tumor. They were able to do a complete bladder removal surgery. He is now cancer-free. Let's listen to Deion, man, jokingly talking about this disease, but also giving people warning about what to expect as he deals with this disease and continue to coach Colorado in his 3rd season. Here's Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, earlier this week.
I depend on depend, if you know what I mean. I truly depend on depend. Like I cannot control my bladder. So I get up and go to the bathroom already 4 or 5 times a night, but then I'm sitting up there waking up, like my grandson. We in the same thing, we got the same problem right now. We going through the same trials and tribulations. We're trying to see who has the heaviest bag at the end of the night. Like it's ridiculous. But I'm making a joke out of it, but it's real. Like it is real, it is real, it is real. So if you see porta potty on the sideline, it's real. Okay? I'm just telling you right now, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the practice, you're gonna see one, because it is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's good to hear Coach Sanders there, man. Pretty funny there, talking about the porta potty. I think he's serious. I think they're going to have the thing on the sideline at the University of Colorado. You talk about it. He beat cancer, the bladder cancer, had the surgery. Really didn't want to talk to any of his boys. He wanted them to, do their NFL careers. We know about the blood clots that he's had, a couple of toes that have been amputated as well. So he's definitely had some health challenges. Look like he's going to come out of this thing now cancer-free. He's lost some 25 pounds. I guess he says he's gained about a half of that back. So we're happy for Coach Prime, going to coach Colorado for a 3rd season out there in Boulder. Your thoughts here, Jarrett Guarantano, with Deion Sanders. There was some talk going into Monday that he was going to resign or going to have to quit because of health challenges. Good that didn't happen.
No, it's amazing. Obviously, it's been a tough year with cancer, along with Randy Moss and along with Deion now. So I'm happy that he's completely back to health. Obviously, he's trying to.
Randy was calling him throughout this whole ordeal the last few months.
Yeah, it seems to me. I mean, obviously they had a good relationship prior to, because of just the NFL stuff and all the stuff that they've been through. But the fact that Randy was able to give guidance and help him through it's absolutely amazing. It kind of just gives proof to the brotherhood that's built throughout all of the NFL and the brotherhood that's built throughout just playing sports in general. Being able to have an old friend or a teammate's back in a time of need. That was just awesome to see. And I'm super happy that he's able to continue coaching at Colorado. Like, I really do believe that it could be a top 25 program. They just added a quarterback named Julian Lewis, and they also got a transfer quarterback, Kenan Salters.
From Liberty, that's correct.
Absolutely. So, I think that they're going to be able to continue growing that program, and I think that they have a lot of tools and assets around the program to continue growing it and making it better. Now, obviously, I would just love to see Deion continue going. I didn't want to see him just take the Colorado job just because of his sons, and then as soon as his sons kind of were done, and then he dipped off. This level of stability for them and that program, if he continues doing what he's doing, they're going to be in a lot of big-time football games. But first off, anything that matters is about his health. So happy that he got that bye. Happy that he got through that, and obviously I'm hoping for him to be on the sidelines coaching them this year.
Yeah, got a 7-0 lead here in the Madden game. The challenger trailing 7-0 Bronco to the King of the Hill Huskers with playing with the Eagles. He's up 7-0. Your thoughts here, Andrea? Good to see Coach Prime feeling better. Had your girl, Karachi, out there as well by his side while he was in the hospital before this bladder surgery. We knew he had some health issues going on. He kind of alluded to that. There was a lot of reporting over the last couple of months. We finally figured out what that was, and it looks like he is definitely cancer-free. It's certainly good news there, Andrew.
And you talk about health issues, knowing Deion to be a litany of things. In fact, that's kind of actually what really discovered this tumor that he had in his bladder. He actually was checking out something else, and he just so happened to find out that he had a tumor in his bladder. So again, like black men in particular, but if any denomination, men, whether it be women, any minority, anybody, please go and check your health. I know America thinks it can be expensive, but again, it's better to be here than in death rather to not be here at all.
It certainly can. In this country, it can.
Yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can. So I want everybody to take care of their health. And this is something that Deion, I'm very glad that they got it early. A lot of people questioned Deion, whether or not he was all in on this Colorado program, whether he was all in coaching period, or whether he was all about him. He did not tell his sons, who are trying to make the NFL right now, going through training camp, about the whole process. He's been dealing with this for months, has been quiet about this for months. And again, too, throughout his whole career, he's always committed himself to the game. And it's not just about him, not only the self-sacrifice to not tell his family members about this, but also to the program about this, to fight through and to still be here. You talked about the rumors about people saying that he might end up retiring. He's still committed to this program and still trying to see it through. Deion cares. Deion cares. Nobody can say that he doesn't, because obviously he wouldn't be in this situation if he didn't. I thought, though, it was a little bit funny when he talked about the fact that, hey, man, don't be surprised if you see a porta party on the Insider Street. That is somebody who really does care about this game. And honestly, something I would love to see is Deion, depends.
It depends.
Sponsorship coming through. It depends, you know? Right. Come on, depends. So it makes sense. But I'm just ultimately happy for his health at the end of the day. I'm glad they caught it in time, and I'm glad that he had a support system and ran him off. They both caught it early, because our Hall of Famers can't leave us, man. It'd be tragic.
Yeah, he talked about that, man, how it basically wasn't his time as far as, God calling him home to still be on the sidelines coaching. I was a little worried, man, with all the scuttlebutt. Like, I was like JG, look, there's been a lot of talk, like, does he really want to coach without coaching his boys? It's almost like starting over again. And also his, sort of adopted son with Travis Hunter there. I'm glad that he's still there. He also talked about the fact that he and his grandkids are going to have something in common. They can't control themselves. So I like that he showed some levity there as well about a very serious issue. We ran some of that soundbite there. JG, your thoughts here on how he can be sort of a vessel, and Andrew was going down this road for, black men and just men in general and people in general to maybe get things checked out. I'm certainly looking at that now. I need to go see my doctor. I'm getting up there, late 40s, near 50, where, hey, man, pancreatic cancer, bladders, all those things and all these health challenges. It's time to go ahead and get checked, man. I know how guys are. It's like, I'm good, whatever. Put some dirt on it.
No, I think just the notions in two directions, like for men, obviously, and also as in the black community, obviously. So I think just in two different notions that we struggle both in both communities with having to go see a doctor and having to go sit there and say, maybe I should just go get checkups. Maybe I should be checking on myself twice a month, once a month, whatever it is, and just being able to keep up to date with that. And if nothing comes back, all is well. You did the right thing. And if something does come back, you might as well nip it on the butt, because like Andrew said, we live in a country that we are able to get things done, and unlike other countries, we have a lot of avenues to be able to do it. So I just think in that whole notion of maybe like, we're so macho, like man, like we just have to be able to do that, and we have to be able to do things for other people as well, right? Like, we're not going to get our bodies checked, we're not going to get ourselves checked just for ourselves, right? We all have families, we all have friends that are counting on us, that are looking at us to be in their lives. We have to think about them in the meantime.
Yeah. Andrew, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a personal story about this. There was a time, it was around my birthday, that my mother had like a big thing, like her the side of her neck really hurt,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And she had something like there, and it was really sensitive to pressure. And she was just like, "I'll sit on it." And I was like, "No, you need to go to the doctor." It was a massive blood clot, and honestly, if she did not check it out immediately, she could very well not be here, right? That is how her mother passed. So I'm very glad that's not how she passed. That was like 15 years ago, probably around this time. So it's very important that you check everything. There are times that I've had scares. It turned out to be nothing, but again, it's better to make sure that it's nothing rather than it's something, you know? And if it is something, the sooner you can get it done, the sooner that you'll be able to live life. And, you know, even with Deion, yeah, he has to wear a diaper now, but at least he's able to support not only his program, but his kids and everybody. So it's worth it to be here.
Good to see Coach Brown rocking the overalls and the cowboy hat, man. At the ice out chain as well with the cross there, looking pretty good. Like I said, he's lost 25 pounds. He said he's gained about half of it back. So we definitely want to see him back at as full strength as he can possibly be. He did go see Shiloh Sanders, who was undrafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Went to go watch him. Has not seen Shador, because Shador told him, look, you know, I'm only getting 3 or 4 reps a day. Don't come watch me. Let me keep my head down as he continues to fight for a job with the Cleveland Browns. So shout out to Deion Sanders, coming back for his 3rd season. They won 9 games last year. We'll see what they do with a new quarterback this year that will not be named Sanders under center for Colorado. It's also good to see his whole medical staff out there, University of Boulder. Shout out to those people, man, that caught this, and the entire University of Colorado medical team and his care team out there at Colorado. All right, we got a 7-0 ball game here. The champion Huskers playing with the Eagles. He's up 7-0 over the challenger Bronco, playing with the Ravens here. That first quarter brought to you by our good friends at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant, located in Bayonne, New Jersey. We'll be there next week for ISG basketball there. It's an authentic Mexican restaurant, open 7 days a week. Great food, great atmosphere, great affordable drinks, folks, and the libations, let me tell you, they're definitely flowing. Happy hour, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. Also, mariachi shows every other Tuesday. Probably seen that if you watch the show here with those beautiful costumes there. DJs on the weekends, late nights on the weekends as well. They also have a nice patio. El Aguila Dorado Restaurant, the Golden Eagle. It is landed there in Bayonne, New Jersey. Online, AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. We're back here inside of the CBS Broadcast Center, literally a CBS Sports, ISG football and ISG basketball here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and in the Black Network. Got Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback to the right of me there. Also played with the Broncos and Cardinals and the UFL San Antonio Brahmas. To the right of him, that would be Andrea Richmond, Peace Up 8 ounces in A-Town, a sports reporter in Atlanta, Georgia. Bottom left, Huskers, our king of the hill. He's the champion, has a 7-0 lead playing with the Eagles. Bronco, the challenger, been playing well the last 6 months. They're playing Madden for cash and prizes here, folks, on ISG football, the intersection of sports and gaming. He is playing with the Ravens. He is on defense. He's trailing 7-0 here. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. ISG football, the only show that combines traditional sports and gaming. Back to the NFL talk, folks. We were just talking about it. In the NFL, back to the NFL, the Raiders releasing Christian Wilkins, the big defensive tackle. Remember, Christian Wilkins played and balled out for the Miami Dolphins for the first 5 years. Former University of Clemson star. Signed a 4-year, $110 million deal with the Raiders last year. Now they're voting after releasing him some $35.2 million. They said it for rehabbing of a foot injury. Also, a lot of reports coming out. Some weird, quote, weird stuff going on with him. Teammates, we saw that Adam Schefter talked about how he kissed the teammate's head. Don't know if it was bald or had hair on it. I don't think it matters. And his teammate took offense to it. Went to HR. We've got to talk about that. Football culture going to HR. I think that's the right thing to do. It is job, his workplace, but it is a locker room. I don't know about that. Also, there's some talk about tickling feet and other things. I don't know, weird stuff with him. Your thoughts here, JG? I was going to go to Andrew, but you played in the NFL. Christian Wilkins, big star at Clemson, does things a little bit differently. Remember, NFL, first thing I saw was an NFL player tweet. He's got some freaky in him. Dude's a little freaky.
No, it's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. Obviously, in locker rooms, you've been in the locker rooms before as well, Larry. Like, it's a lot of jokes, it's a lot of banter, just messing around, having fun, laughing. It kind of seems like he took things a little bit too far. Obviously, we don't know any in-depth about it. It's obviously going to come out, whether it's from his agent, whether it's from his PR people, whether it's somebody on the Raiders. I mean, it's going to come out. But what was happening in the locker room kind of seems a little excessive. For somebody to have to go to HR is kind of insane. So, like, I think from that standpoint, there's something that was really bad going on. Or maybe it was just viewed as a rookie saying it was hazing or something. I don't know who it was. I don't know what it was. Like, it could have been either or. Obviously, we all seen Christian Wilkins, like the things that he does. He did the thing that he did in Clemson, the finger thing, the split, all the crazy, whatever it is. Just, maybe some
grabbing Josh Allen's groin.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. There's just different cats. There's different cats. He's a very different cat, but who knows? I mean, who knows what's going on? I'd like to know more before I commented on it. But we've also seen in the past that he's into some different things that, from speculation, your mind just starts going in every different direction that what was going on in the locker room. That's why I think it just needs to be addressed, right? Like, everybody's coming out with all their different things. Rappaport, Schefter, everybody's coming out with different things. Like, there needs to be something from both parties that address what happened, and then we can move forward.
Right. Well, his teammate, Adam Butler, former Patriot, I think he went to Vanderbilt University as well, he said he needed help. And this is something that he absolutely needs, man. There's something else going on there, maybe mentally, particularly, potentially emotionally as well. That caught my attention as well, boys.
When you hear the Adam Schefter report, he just kissed his teammate on the head. Honestly, can you really even be homies if you can't give your homie a loving, tender kiss on the forehead? Like, come on, this can't be the thing that kicked them out, right? So, like, some people, if that's the only surface context that we feel like maybe this is NFL machismo, blah, 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 homo, da, 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 da. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I don't think it has anything to do with that because, as we know, Christian Wilkinson has a history of giving people, let's just say, oil checks, right? And checking people in different ways that gets to borderline harassment. There is one thing to go like, hey, man, we in the locker room, we chilling, we having a good time, man. People can take jokes and take it too far. Christian Wilkins, knowing his personality, he's a goofy guy and somebody who's handsy and does the frequent oil checks and all these different things. It could be in the possibility. I'm not sure. It could be in the possibility. This is reckless speculation, by the way, too. It could be in the possibility to where it went too far. And I think so having to go to HR kind of proves to you
that's
that
wild.
This isn't something that's normal. This
Wild.
isn't something that happened. I was a Jets fan very young when he heard the initial reports of Kevin Winslow Jr. Leaving and the Jets organization. It was just like, yeah, something inappropriate happened. And then we found out, oh no, something massively inappropriate happened. So I'm hoping that the Raiders players didn't have to go through something like what happened with Kevin Winslow Jr. But either way, I'm hoping that Christian Wilkins knows that there's a time to goof around, but you can go too far, man. And hopefully he realizes that he's very talented. You can be buddy-buddy, but there's too much buddy-buddy going on.
I remember Kellen Winslow for being in college, and remember that Tennessee beat him at Miami. Remember, he's like, I'm a freaking soldier, man. I was like, whoa. Yeah. He was a little wired there. You guys think he lands on his feet? So there's some talk that maybe he won't play again. I'm like, no, somebody's going to give him a shot. I know he loves the Patriots. Grew up in New England. I think he's from Connecticut. There's some Ravens could use him. So there's a lot of teams that can use him. He's still a pretty good talent. I think he was like top 60 NFL top 100 rank last year. Like he was in the 50s. JJ, you see him balling, playing this year? I absolutely do.
Oh yeah, I think he's dealing with some injury right now with his foot or ankle, whatever.
Yeah, Jones injury.
But like in terms of like talent level, like he's easily a top 5 defensive tackle in the league. Like he's gonna bounce on his feet almost instantly. Right now, the biggest thing is like, will people try to give him a pay cut because of this or because of the accusations? That's where it's like a little speculative and like that's wrong, right? Like you can't sit there and say this guy's supposed to make, I don't know what it was, 30 million, something around there, 25, whatever it was. Like
5 years, 110, so 20 plus.
20 plus. 20 sitting there, like, just because this came out or this happened, like now you're gonna sit there and say like, oh hey, actually we'll just give you 10 mil. Like he's gonna pay him a pay cut. I think that would be messed up. He's easily top 5 D tackle, and any team would be lucky enough to have him.
JG,
right?
that's what Boards. That's what he's going to get, right? I mean, who the hell's going to give him $25 million after this?
That's why you have.
He's gonna have to play on a shorty. He's gonna have to get a short deal.
All right, say worst comes to worst, like it did come out that say he was like, I don't know, say he was a homosexual, whatever was happening in the locker room, whatever was bad. Like, you can't sit there and give somebody a pay cut for that by no means.
Yeah.
You got to pay him the full amount. You can't sit there and discriminate or do anything like that and sit there and say like, oh no, because of that incident, we're gonna get.
No, you're a distressed asset now. That's all it is. It's got nothing to do with race or any of that. It's like,
and then the lot. Who was it?
Or sexual orientation. No one's claiming that.
Who was the defensive lineman from
Carl Nassib?
No, Sam. Well, even before him, Michael Sams, was it?
Michael Sam. Yeah, with the Rams. Yep.
Like, obviously, like
played in Missouri.
It was almost a notion that they didn't want him in the locker room.
Right.
I don't think it'll reach this point with Christian Wilkins.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say no one's accusing him of being a homosexual. I don't think that's a problem, but
it's a completely different thing and time period as well. Like this is also like 15 years later. Like the world's at a completely different place.
Exactly.
That it's ever been.
And the Raiders, like with Carl Nassib, like he even said like stories to where like somebody was like, "Hey man, this play's gay or whatever," and they were like, "Whoa man, you can't be saying this in the year like 2025."
Right.
Like people are more progressive. I feel like this is not just like orientation; this is harassment, and that harassment can outside of orientation. You know, even straight people can like do this for power plays.
That's different.
Like this is totally different. I think the PA will probably be involved regardless, though. If there is a pay cut because of the fact like he is performing well. There is a question though that if he is like a like Kendrick Lamar was saying, the person needs to say his butt side. Like if he is doing stuff like that, will players want to like have him in the locker room because there's such thing as being too freaky and doing too much. It has nothing to do with orientation. Again, some people can just take things way too far, but the PA will be on them if they try to give him a pay cut.
Sure.
Well, the PA's already filed a grievance on his behalf as well, because you know that $35.2 million guaranteed. I think he signed a deal was at 4 or 5 years, $110 million, like 85 was guaranteed. So he's got a lot of the guarantees already. But JG, what I was basically saying is, it's like if a player had a discipline problem, right? And he was cut or released by somebody. It's like I said, it's a distressed asset now. So you're going to get him on the cheap now. Yeah. So no, look, I would give him. I'd bring him in for $5 to $10 million on a 1 year prove it deal, a little shorty, and then next year we know he's gonna be ball.
But it's just so different because like I don't think that it should be sent to 5 to 10. What if this was like say a DUI or something like that, where with a disciplinary action like that? We have no idea the extent of what it was, who he is, like if it was to that point, if it's not to that point, what did he really do?
Sure.
If it's just him horsing around or doing something that he was just messing around, like how do you duck that into $15 million? That's tough. That's a.
Well, we know he's not going to get a 5 year, $120 million deal.
No.
I know that for a fact.
No, but play wise and like, I mean, obviously I've heard good things about him as a person. Like he's a good dude. He's a lovable dude, laughing, joking around. Like for him to take a pay cut because of this incident of him doing something that was just stupid, like. I've seen a lot of NFL players do a lot of stupid things and get a game suspension and go right back and roll it on to a big contract, you know?
He might, real quickly, 10 seconds.
Gronk had Kellen Winslow allegations, and he's it's Gronk, man. So, again, it just depends on the level of which he went to and how much he's doing into who, honestly, too.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Christian Wilkins. Like I said, still has that foot injury there that he hurt last year. Played in only like 5 or 6 games. Should be cleared here shortly, but right now he's not even clear to be back. I think he will play this year. And like I said, definitely he's going to be making less than $25 million. How much less? I think JG has brought up a good point to be determined there. Third quarter here, got a 14-3 ball game. That second quarter brought to you by our good friends at Corner Square Pizza. Corner Square Pizzeria in New Jersey, 956 Broadway in Bayonne, New Jersey. Changing the pizza game, folks. One slice at a time. Great people eat great pizza. They have pies, sandwiches, appetizers and sides, salads and desserts. And check out Barstool owner right there, Dave Portnow. He came through recently there in Bayonne, gave them a great score, I think like 8.3, somewhere around there. He loves the famous cheesesteaks as well. Go see the owner there, Paulie, and the son, Peter. Shout out to those good friends. Man, I'll see those guys every few days out there in Bayonne. I'll see you soon. Check them out online, cornersquarepizzeria.com. We're back here inside the CBS broadcast center, Larry Ridley of CBS Sports. ISG football here on your screen, powered by Udo Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. Like Love those pizzas, man, there at Uno. Shout out to those folks, man. We'll be there in a couple of weeks again. Thanks for watching here on the platforms of NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. Got a 14-3 ball game here in the third quarter. Our King of the Hill Huskers playing with the Eagles. He has the ball, and he's up 14-3. Bronco playing with the Ravens. He is down and trying to defend this red zone. Got to hold him to at least a field goal here. A touchdown here might make it Katie bar the door. Jarrett Guarantano right below me on the right-hand side, former University of Tennessee volunteer quarterback. Andrea Richmond below me on the left-hand side there. She's a reporter, sports reporter down in the A. ISG football, the only show that combines traditional sports and gaming here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. Back to the NFL talk, guys. Michael Penix Jr. Love. We like to joke that big Penix energy, right? As RG3 once famously said. Penix, he says the Falcons, he thinks they will have the best offense in the NFL. Love the confidence there by Michael Penix. Talking about the Falcons having the best offense in the NFL. He was asked about potential. He said, quote, "We should be the best in the league. We should be unstoppable. That's our goal. We want to be the number one in all categories." Bordy, you live in the A. He started 3 games for the Falcons last year. You know how many points they average per game?
An embarrassing amount. What was it, like 10? 9?
No, triple that. 32 per game during his starts. Okay. That's why he's confident. Got Kyle Pitts. Got some good weapons there.
I thought you were including Kirk Cousins into the mix.
No, just his 3 starts. Just his three starts.
No.
That's where the confidence comes from.
That Penix, big Penix energy is alive and popping, and hopefully it comes to the A-Town because, man, I talk about this in another venture that I have, another podcast, where we talk about Atlanta sports, and every time we talk about it, we're like, man, the Falcons. You get high hopes with them, and they disappoint you. But on paper, this should be a very good offense, right? Obviously, you know, Drake London is a thing. Also, you have Bijan Robinson, who's a very a great running back. Alger on behind him. You also have, hopefully, Kyle Pitts can finally have his breakout year. Good luck for anybody who drafts him in fantasy because every year they're like, draft him with your first 5 picks, and he could be for next. But hopefully this time it actually happens, especially with a quarterback, right? We know that Penix loves to toss the ball down the field. He's going to look for explosive plays, and we have players who can be explosive around him. The question, obviously, when it comes to overall the Falcons, is that defense. The defense has been embarrassing, and probably the Atlanta Falcons could end up being one of the best offenses if the defense actually sticks to what we've seen in the last couple of years, because, hey, you got to dig yourself out the hole somehow. But there's some hope bubbling in Atlanta, and as long as that offensive line is good, I feel like Penix can take us to some higher heights than we've seen in a couple years.
AG, he said we should be the best offense in the league. Averaged 32 points a game during his 3 starts last year. Are they even a playoff team? Are you buying Michael Penix Jr. into the third quarter, into the fourth? Go ahead.
I don't think they're a playoff team due strictly to their defense. Now, offensively, as soon as Penix says that, you make a face like, what? But then you start looking at their roster and looking at who they have offensively. Saquon said it best when talking about Bijan Robinson. Everybody that's in the NFL and watches like NFL football regularly understands that Bijan Robinson's probably the second best running back in the NFL right now.
Definitely top 5. Definitely top 5, and you're right. He's up there.
Whether it's Saquon, Henry, like right now, Bijan, I like Bijan a lot because he does it all. He's a receiver out the back.
I think he corrected everybody. It's Bijan, but that's what he said earlier this week on NFL Network. But go ahead.
Look
Bijan.
Bijan. Player at it. Bijan. But no, he's, however you say his name, he's an absolute monster. And then you have, obviously, Kyle Pitts Sr. now. Hopefully he comes back to his rookie form and continues growing. Obviously, that knee injury kind of stunted him a little bit, but hopefully he's getting back to his old self. You got Drake London, who took a huge step last year. I'm a big Drake London fan. I think he's a very good football player. Then you got Ray McLeod. You got Darnell Mooney. You got some really good guys, really good offensive line. I think that they were able to institute, and obviously signing back Chris Lundstrom was a big asset to it. So offensively, they might have a really, really good offense. Obviously, it's going to come hand in hand with how much Mike Penix could obviously grow within the year. That's going to be tough. Everybody talks about a sophomore slump. He didn't really play his freshman year in the NFL. So we'll see how he grows, and obviously it's going to be a week-to-week thing. He's going to have ups and downs. but the weapons that he does have are serious, and I hope Bajan gets the ball really more than he did last year.
And at least New Orleans now is dead in the water, so you don't have to worry about New Orleans.
Carolina's still trying to find their way.
Carolina's still trying to find their way. They're sneaky, right? So we'll see how Carolina goes a little bit. We'll see how Bryce Young can continue to, improve himself into the league. But again, it can end up being like, I guess, a monkey's claw situation where, yes, Penix is right about the fact that they are very good offensively, but like we saw with the Bengals last year, they're going to have to lean onto this offense even more because that defense isn't doing anything. I will say at least the last draft right now for the Atlanta Falcons, they invested a lot into the defense. Pretty much all of their picks were defensive players, including 2 D tackles. So again, this will hopefully help Atlanta. There's a lot of question marks, but I know one thing is for certain, that if this offense and Michael Penix can be comfortable, the sky's the limit. And that arm, man, it's huge, man.
Right, yeah. It's them in Tampa in the NFC South. I just don't see them getting a wild card because you got the NFC East, NFC North. Definitely no wild card coming out of the NFC South. So we'll keep an eye on the Falcons this year. Michael Penix Jr. Big Penix energy down there in the ATL. Game is almost over. 2-minute warning here. 18-point lead for our champion. That third quarter brought to you by our good friends at the Kettle Black Sports Bar. 2 locations, one in Staten Island and one in Brooklyn. Best wings, beer, and burgers. Food and Wine Magazine, folks, said it's one of the top 5 wing joints in America, folks, and those wings are absolutely fabulous. Open daily 11:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Live music, DJs, trivia night, and all the sports on all their TVs. Check them out online, kettleblackbar.com. 2 locations, Staten Island, Shaolin, and Brooklyn, BK. And we're back here. ISG football powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located Clifton, New Jersey. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports. We're here inside of the CBS Broadcast Center. Got Jarrett, Guarantano, former University of Tennessee quarterback, Andrea Richmond. Got our champion right now, our King of the Hill Huskers, playing Madden right now for cash and prizes. Got a 25-point lead. This game's about to be over in less than 2 minutes. Bronco with the glasses on bottom of the screen. A worthy challenger coming up a little short, playing with the Ravens down by 28-3. Back to the NFL talk. We're the only show that combines traditional sports and gaming here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and In the Black Network. Guys, real quickly, 100-plus NFL players fined over Super Bowl tickets. I guess even a couple dozen club employees as well selling Super Bowl tickets basically above their face value last year. Went through some brokers and some other things like that. So they're going to be fined 1.5 times the ticket prices that they paid for. And the next 2 Super Bowls, they will not be able to buy tickets for unless they're playing in the game. So how about the NFL laying down the hammer a little bit here, Jarrett Guarantano? You know about these Super Bowl tickets. You went last year with a buddy of yours.
Really tough. Like, you're sitting there, and obviously the locker room knows that you're buying these tickets for face value, which is an awesome thing that the NFL does. But you also know that those tickets are probably double the price, triple the price on a Ticketmaster or through a vendor or whoever it is. So you're sitting there like, wow, I can get an extra payday. Even the practice squad guys are sitting there like, oh, it's an extra game check right there if I can get 2 or 3 of them. But the NFL nipped it in the butt, and it was the oldest trick in the book on how to get a little bit extra money. They nipped it in the butt. Obviously, like, not a lot of the guys that aren't playing in the Super Bowl are really going to the Super Bowl, like, to be honest. So it's probably a little bit smarter to give the tickets to the guys that are playing within. But the NFL got them. They got them. I know everybody's sick about them. They winded up probably making such and such money, and now that money's going right back, and you're probably even fight even more because they address it. They do address it when you are buying the tickets that you're not allowed to do that. So the fine was probably even more so than just the amount that they made on those tickets.
Andrew, real quickly, they fined the NFL club employees, I think, twice what they paid for their tickets. So not 1.5 times for the players, 2 times for the club officials, which I think is true. I think it's a good move.
Oh, man. I mean, come on. NFL makes enough money where it is, you know? Like, let people live. I paid for it. It's my money, right? It's my tickets. Let me go ahead and do what I want with it.
It's capitalism. The market bears, a certain price.
The NFL definitely likes to harp on capitalism, so why can't the workers also to harp on capitalism. I'm always going to love it when a worker gets a little bit more in their pocket. So, I mean, I'm not the best person to talk to. Is it the best thing? Probably not. But the NFL makes money off of this. Who cares?
Yeah. All right, we'll keep an eye on the NFL. I guess there's still, the investigation has not been completed. Real quickly, before we get out of here, got about 6 or 7 minutes left. Matt 99 Club, the 99 Club was released earlier this week. I think you got 7 players, right? All of them first-timers. The 2 quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, 2 receivers, Jamar Chase, and Jettas with Justin Jefferson. You got your running back, Saquon Barkley, 2 from the Eagles with the offensive lineman, Lane Johnson, and also the Browns being represented by Myles Garrett. So those are your 7 there. Are you okay with that? And how about Pat Mahomes? Not in the 99 Club. But people thought that, this is the first time he hasn't been 99 Club at least once or twice already in his career. So.
And honestly, he's not as athletically, like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson can also make a move on the ground as well. So that's probably why he's in the 98 Club. Oh my gosh. Instead of 99, he's still Patrick Mahomes. He's still one of the best passers and will be in the game. And especially after a couple patches, if things work out, he'll probably end up earning 99 anyway. But Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen can run over people. Lamar Jackson can juke you out your socks. Pat can't do that. So respect the game. Everybody else, they deserved it as well.
JG, you okay with the list? 99 Club? And how about the swag that they got, man, with the 99, the diamonds, the nice little neck piece that EA hooked them up with, man?
Got a little nice chain with it. No, I'm happy with it. I like that they were able to give a couple more players 99. I think sometimes Madden skimps out on ratings, to be honest. It's like there's a lot of ratings that are a little bit too low, and then it kind of just like, well, who's a 99 then really? Obviously, I'm super happy that Josh and Lamar got it. I think the Madden ratings, I might be wrong, but I think they should be subjective on the season that was just previously had. Like, Pat didn't have as great of a season, so I don't envision him being a 99 right now. Obviously, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar, they had probably one of their best seasons that they've had in the NFL. So I think like those guys are more of a reason to give the 99. Obviously, Joe Burrow can't really run around and do the things like Josh and Lamar can in a video game, so that might be why he's not a 99. But I like that they were able to give some new guys the 99, obviously hook it up with the gold chain. It's pretty dope to see, and like Andrea said, if not by week 2, Pat's going to be there week 3 at 99, so it's not really a big deal.
Well, he's got all the other abilities. He's got, fire, a cannon. He's got a howitzer there on his right shoulder, on his right arm. So there's plenty of stuff. And like they always do the patches, and they'll do something. Well, they'll nerf or they'll buff some stuff, and he'll get buffed at some point later in the season. So the 99 Club revealed there with those 7 players. All right, the football game is over. The Madden game is over as we talk to traditional sports and gaming. The only show that does that here on ISG Football, powered by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey. That fourth quarter brought to you by good friends at 902 Brewing Company, 101 Pacific Avenue in Jersey City. Craft brewery there in JC, producing ales and lagers. Got the big bright tanks and those fermenters. We were just there last week. Handcrafted beers in the best atmosphere. Curated folks there with the good times made right there in Jersey City. Got the spacious tap room, host a variety of events. Also have the rooftop as well. Shout out to Don and the good folks there, 902 Brewing Company. Check them out online, 902brewing.com. Some 20 varieties of beers, literally about 17 or 18. Check them out online, 902brewing.com. And we're back here inside of the CBS Broadcast Center, Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, ISG Football and ISG Basketball here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and the Black Network. We're the only show that combines traditional sports talk and gaming. Just had a Madden game that finished and ended a little while ago. We still have our King of the Hill, Huskers, playing with the Eagles. I got Jarrett Guarantano here, former University of Tennessee volunteer quarterback, and Andrea Richmond sports reporter for in Atlanta down there in the ATL. Your thoughts here, Huskers, man? Hey, dude, you're looking pretty strong right now, defensively, offensively, and you're doing a good job of really blowing things open in the second half, man. How are you feeling right now about your game? No matter what team you're playing with, it seems like you're locked in right now.
Yeah, no, I'm playing good ball. I got a good team to use this week. The Eagles are pretty good. They got some playmakers on the outside, and I fed Saquon like 20 carries, so I think I only threw 1 incomplete pass, so I was pretty efficient on offense and got a few stops on defense to stop the run. I knew that's what he wanted to do with Derrick Henry and Lamar, so just kind of loaded the box and made him pass.
Boards, he kind of threw that out there. I think I only had 1 incompletion all day. Look at him, man. He's patting himself on the back.
Oh, flex, come on now. It's a profile picture. I'm telling you. New juice, man. For your
New ISG GOAT. How do you feel heading into next week? And then once we get into Madden 26 here in the next week or so, you feel pretty good about where your game is and how you go about things schematically?
Yeah, no, I feel really good on this game. I know the new one's coming out here soon, so even though it's the same football game, it's you kind of have to relearn the game every year. So we'll see what we can cook up for Madden 26 and college football too, for that matter, when we get to that. But I'm feeling good on the sticks.
Yeah, we're going to have you in both leagues here coming up in the next week or two. Heading into Madden 26, last question for me as we get out of here. What teams are you looking at and targeting to potentially play with?
I'm good with playing with any team. I think, it's kind of, if my opponent has the Ravens, I feel like they're the hardest team to stop. Derrick Henry's like almost impossible to tackle sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I feel good with any team that has a decent quarterback. The Bengals, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles, Ravens, any of those teams are top or S-tier teams.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Good luck, man. And we'll see you next week here on ISG Football. Folks, if you want to be like Huskers or Bronco or any of the other players, check us out online, theisgshow.com/Madden. Is ages 13 and up. It's all online. You can win cash and other prizes and a weekly King of the Hill format. You win, you stay on the sticks. Check us out online, theisgshow.com/Madden. Also, this postgame show brought to you by our good friends at Udo Pizzeria and Grill, located Clifton, New Jersey, Route 3. They're the guys that invented deep dish in 1943, drawing their identity and inspiration from their origins there in the Chi, Chicago. Over 100 locations in some 20 states. They serve pasta, steaks, seafoods, burgers, and more. Got craft beers as well, great cocktails, and also for your healthy options there, vegetarian dishes. Check them out online, udos.com. Shout out to our title sponsors, ISG Football, powered by Udo Pizzeria and Grill, located in Clifton, New Jersey, off of Route 3. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get out of here. It's been a great show. Shout out to Huskers. Once again, our King of the Hill. He's still on the sticks. We'll see him next week. And to Richmond. Peace up, A-Down. She is in the A-Town down there in Atlanta. Jarrett Guarantano, Blue 80. 18's the mic. Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer quarterback, Broncos, Cardinals, you name it, UFLs, San Antonio Brahmas. We'll see you guys next week. Actually, we'll see you this week, later in the week, for ISG basketball as well. That'll do it here from CBS Broadcast Center. Thanks for watching. I'm Larry Ridley. Have a great week, folks, and we'll see you for ISG basketball later in the week here on NESN Nation, Unbeaten Sports Channel, Players TV, and in the Black Network. Bye-bye, folks. Make it a good one.